Don't eat and run, Jess.
Turn in early, Freddie.
Oh, you're riding the stage again, eh?
How'd you know?
Well, a bartender sees things and hears things. You and Slim have been doing a lot of shotgun riding lately, ever since old Skinflint Potter took over the stage office.
Well, don't worry about it, Freddie. And do me a favor. Don't talk about it either.
Harper. Got a message from a couple of old friends of yours.
I'm listening.
They figure you might be interested in picking up close to $1,000 for doing less than nothing.
Such as?
Just don't ride out with that stagecoach tomorrow. That's all. Interested?
You bet I'm interested. And since you're talking holdup, Mort Corey's gonna be interested too. Move!
No, Jess, I'm not taking his word over yours. I'm just telling you what I can do and what I can't.
You can stop a stage holdup tomorrow. That's what you can do.
All right, you get Potter to press charges as an official of the stage lines, and I'll hold Dave Briney for you. But I can't do it on just your say-so alone.
That's good enough for me. I'll get him.
I admire a lawman who sticks to the letter of the law, Sheriff. I truly do. But I'd like to point out that I know my rights.
We're closed for the night.
It's Jess Harper, Mr. Potter. Open up. I gotta talk to you.
I'm very busy, Harper. I haven't got time for you.
You listen to me, and I have to
Qualify you. You can't talk to me like that. Now, get out.
I don't like it anymore. But I got something you better know about.
You and Sherman have done enough talking. I haven't forgotten that he's in Cheyenne right now trying to discredit me with the stage line superintendent.
Slim didn't make it a secret why he went there. But what I got to tell you can't wait. It's for your own good.
It'll be the day. I got more important things to do.
Potter, I want you right now to go over to the sheriff's office and press charges against a man who's trying to stop me from going out on the stage tomorrow.
He what?
He tried to bribe me. Offered me $1,000.
1,000? Oh, come now, Harper. You expect me to believe that? I told you and Sherman we don't need guards. They're a needless expense. There hasn't been a holdup on this stage line since I took it over.
Did you ever figure that might be because Slim and I go out on every stage we can?
Nobody asked you to. And nobody paid us either. Right. That's why this office is showing the biggest profit it ever has. Oh, I'm not worried about your threats or what lies Sherman tells about me. The facts and figures will back me up.
What are you going to do with those facts and figures when one of the drivers is killed and a shipment stolen? Chisel it on his tombstone? Make up a loss with it?
I presume you're talking about your old friend Mose and that bank shipment tomorrow. Is that it?
I'm talking about Mose and every driver that takes that stage out alone.
Well, now, Harper, since you supposedly didn't take that bribe and the man's in jail, what are you worried about? You'll be there to give Mose a hand. In case the old goat falls off the coach, he's more of the deadwood I'm planning to clean out around here.
I take it you're not going to do anything about it. Because if you don't, the sheriff can't hold that man.
You don't say. Well, I guess the sheriff doesn't believe your story any more than I do. My job is to save money for this stage line, Harper, and that's what I intend to do. Now, good night.
You keep going like you are, you're going to save him right out of business. Why'd you have to turn him loose so quick, Mort?
Dave Briney came into this office loaded for trouble, Jess. Sure, you brought him in all right, but he wasn't one bit worried about it.
Yeah, well, when I get my hands on him again, I'll give him something to worry about.
Jess! Come back here. Come on. Simmer down and listen. Briney's a slick one. He's been in and out of enough scrapes to know his rights, whether he deserves any or not. You had no witness, and you had no proof. When you don't come back with Potter, I had to let him go.
So what do we do? Just sit still till he holds up the morning stage?
Jess, I can't arrest a man before the fact, and you know it. Now, we'll just have to...
Take a look, Sheriff, and see the kind of man you've been allowing to run around loose in Laramie.
Where'd you get this?
It was thrown through my window not 5 minutes ago.
Briney doesn't waste any time.
I'm not interested in how I got it. What it says is a lot more important.
You're branding the wrong horse, Potter. Jess was cleared of those charges a long time ago.
What? You mean you know about this?
I do, and I'll vouch for Jess to anyone. So will everybody else in this town.
Not quite everyone, Sheriff. He and Sherman have been on my back ever since I came out here to take over the stage office. And now I find Harper's got a criminal record.
What? Easy, Jess. You better leave, mister.
Gladly. Sure the company won't be interested in this. I'm sending him a telegram tonight, advising him they got a man with a criminal record working for him. And in the meantime, I'm ordering you here and now, Harper, to stay away from our coaches.
I told you to leave, mister, and I meant it.
Why didn't you let me tie a knot in his tail?
Because that would just spoil everything, Jess, and you'd only wind up back there in a cell where you'd be of no use to me at all.
What are you talking about?
Look, Jess, I'm running this office on next to nothing. Can't hire deputies or even a janitor, so I can't leave town tomorrow to ride with that stagecoach. But you can.
I can. Well, you heard what Potter just said.
Well, what Potter doesn't know won't hurt him. If you leave early enough, you can pick up the coach right outside of Laramie and ride with it all the way.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Why didn't you give me a chance?
Can either of you think of a reason why it won't work? You pull the log across the road right there. The driver coming from town won't see the log because of the bend in the road. He'll pull up. The minute he does, you can knock him off the coach before he knows what's hit him.
I don't like it. It's too close to town.
What difference does it make? I told you nobody's riding shotgun, not even your friend Jess Harper.
The poster worked the way we hoped.
That and me offering him a bribe.
We do all the work while you sit in town, huh?
With reward posters out for the Dolman brothers just about any place you'd want to go. You need somebody to work the towns for you. That's me. If I'm going to do it, I got to keep myself clean. I'm going to see that that lawman knows where I am every minute of the day. That we'll meet like we planned.
He's right. We need him.
Well, why should he get a full share when we take all the risks? We're the ones had that old reward poster on Harper from when we rode with him.
You want to talk to the sheriff about it? Come off it, Mel. We need all three of us to make this work.
Some company, Mose?
Well, I got me some double-barrel company right here. But I wouldn't mind some more.
And Potter went ahead with a shipment.
Yep, I'm sitting on 30,000. Oh, I got a message for you, Jess. That Brandy fella is still in town. Mort says he's going to make sure he stays there.
Good. That's one less to worry about.
Want to hitch your nag on behind and have a nice soft seat up here?
After we get through Cave Creek Canyon, if there's going to be any trouble, I got a feeling that's where it'll come from. I'll ride through and check it before you bring the coach through. Besides, the last time I rode that stretch with you about jarred my teeth out.
Well, why don't you do like me? I put mine in my pocket. Yeah!
Hey, there she comes. There's an outrider with that coach.
I thought there wasn't supposed to be any guard.
It's too late now. The rider's going ahead. When he sees that log across the road, he'll have the coach turn back.
You better make sure that driver's in no shape to do any turning. I'll take care of the rider.
It's not too bad, Mose. It's only a crease. Did you see him?
The box, Jess. The box. Did he get it?
I heard somebody running out there. I reckon he's got it.
Go get him, boy. I'll make it. I'll make it.
open the door. Roy?
You get that?
It was out by the south fence. There were some shots, didn't you hear?
So far away, I thought there were hundreds.
I thought so, too, and then I saw the horse. Oh, I just caught a glimpse of him. And when I got up to the fence, there it was. Inside, Roy, you won't believe how much is in there.
Long time, I guess.
Not long enough. Thought you and Mel were in a Texas prison.
I might be if they'd ever catch me.
Well, you're caught now. Where's that money box?
Maybe I know what you're talking about, and maybe I don't. Now, if you might be willing to make a deal like in the old days, why...
You were wrong about me then, and you're wrong about me now. Riney found that out. Now, where's that money box?
Well... if there's no deal, I guess I can't tell you much about any kind of money box. As a matter of fact, I've never seen it. And who's Briney?
Get up. Get up, Harv. I'll fix it so you can meet him.
$30,000.
It's a fortune, Roy. I never dreamed I'd ever see so much money.
Go on, honey, take hold of it. Can't hurt just to get the feel of it.
I can see it, I can feel it, I just don't believe it's real.
It's real enough. Bank money. You can bet they'll be looking for it soon.
Oh, we gotta put it back.
Why? Chest is broken. It was on our property. They're plenty lucky it was you that found it.
I suppose so. There's just so much that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, it shouldn't. You'd have had this and a lot more if that half-crazy Mustang hadn't thrown me so hard I never got up again.
Don't talk like that, Roy. We're doing fine. You see, after you open the clock repair shop.
Oh, that's enough, Martha. We have to quit kidding ourselves. Is that for watchmaking? Used to sweating, pulling a rein, swinging a rope, grabbing an axe. Not for this now.
Then you'll find something else. We're going to build up this ranch again. We can hire a crew to do the heavy work.
No. You've already aged 10 years in 2 trying to keep this place going.
I don't mind, Roy.
Well, I do. Maybe you've forgotten, Martha, but I haven't. That's the way you looked just 5 years ago when I brought you out here from St. Louis. Look. And the kind of life that you were born to or the kind I meant for you to have. Before my accident, we were doing pretty well. Building something that'll give you the things you deserve.
It isn't your fault, dear. No woman likes to admit it. I am getting older. I haven't taken time lately to fix myself up.
No, it's every dreary day taking care of me and trying to keep this place going. That's what did it. We might as well face up to it. We bored to the limit on the ranch. We're going to have to sell out. Move on. God knows where. We'll put Laramie far behind us.
There's no need to leave, Roy. Slim and Jess have offered to buy the ranch. I know you don't want to take any more help from them. They've done so much already. But I'm sure we can work something out, Roy.
You know, if somebody dropped this box in a big hurry, you can bet he'd be back for it as quick as he can. And if there was shooting...
What are you thinking about?
This is bank money, stolen, covered by insurance. Nobody'd really miss it.
Wouldn't be missed.
Don't you see? It was meant to be this way. This is our big chance, our only chance.
What are you getting at, Roy?
Oh, it'd be so easy.
What?
We just claimed we didn't know anything about it. Destroy that box and hide the money. In a month, 6 weeks, it'd all be over. They'd think it was lost, or whoever threw it away came back and got it.
Well, we couldn't.
Well, I could. To make up for what I've done to you, there isn't much I wouldn't do.
You don't mean that, Roy. You wouldn't talk this way.
We're to help us cripple, is that what you want to say? Well, I am a cripple. Maybe not as helpless as I look.
Roy, what are you going to do? Roy! Roy, please, don't do this. Not for me, please.
For us, Martha. It's for us.
We'll be right back, Dolman, just as soon as we find Dave Briney.
That's fine with me, Sheriff. I always like to make new acquaintances.
You're not fooling anybody, Harvey. The only way Briney could get an old poster of me would be from a sidewinder like you. We put him and you behind bars, and the only one that's missing is your brother.
What about that money you were worrying about?
I got a pretty good idea where that is. I just don't want anybody to get there first.
Briney, they're looking for you.
I know. But behind the jail is the last place they'd look for me.
Harper was with the stage.
I heard when the driver got back into town. Where's the money?
I got rid of it when Harper was on my tail.
Where is it?
I want out of here, Briney.
Mel and me'll get you out, but we have to have the money to do it.
All right. But you better hurry. Harper's planning to backtrack from where we hit the stage. Now, from there, you head north. You run into a farmhouse. Toss the money over the fence into some rocks, figuring I could use the farmhouse as a marker and get right back to it.
Anybody see you?
I don't think so. You get Mel to help you. And don't leave me here to go cross-eyed looking at these bars.
Mel and me'll have you out of there before you know it. Now sit tight.
Don't you see? Maybe this would be new legs for me, a new life. Thing I never thought I could have. We could have. I want to see you smile again and laugh. I want to wipe away those lines that I put in that pretty face of yours because of the way I am. Is that so bad?
No. Of course not. It's just, if we do it this way, it just wouldn't be right.
Was it right that I brought you out here to live like a lady and then have you end up like this? Is it right that I was put into this chair to rot away? Come here.
No, Roy, not a gun.
It's gotta feel good to have something to fight for again. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Fight anybody that tries to take that money away from us.
Obvious to me what happened, and you can bet your life the head office is going to hear about it.
Oh, Potter, you're jumping about 6 miles to the wrong answer. You better think it over.
I don't see why. Mose can't identify the man that you got locked up back there. And you can't find the man who was supposed to have tried to bribe Harper last night. Oh, you bungled your job, Sheriff. And Harper rode with the stage when I gave him definite orders not to. And if I hadn't, Mose would probably be dead in the dust someplace. That money box would be on its way to Canada. Oh? And where is the money now? I don't know. But I got a pretty good idea.
I'll bet you have. Your prisoner in there denies having anything to do with it, and he just might be telling the truth.
What are you getting at?
Just this. It was quite possible for you to ride ahead, supposedly to check that canyon, fire a few shots, including the one that nicked your arm, and then very easily you could have double-backed, taken a shot at Mose, and then hidden the money. I've had all I'm going to take out of you, $30,000.
Jess, let him go. The only way you're going to shut him up is to find that money. Use your head.
I'll find your money. And when I do, I'm going to sit down and watch you eat every cent of it.
Let's have the doc take a look at your arm and then ride for that money.
No, we haven't got time. Let's get going.
That old skinflint doesn't know what he's talking about. I know it wasn't you. Well, you'd have done better than just crease me at that range. No. You couldn't have done it.
Thanks, Mose. But that won't hold up in court.
You feel up to keeping your eye on things for me?
Sure. Seemed like old times to end up in jail with a headache.
Most likely the man who gave you that's right back there in the cell. You just see that he stays there, all right?
Don't worry.
Did you see anyone?
No, not yet, but they're sure to come.
I know that. When they do, you let me handle it. We're in this now. There's no backing out.
Please, be careful.
We don't know who's coming, Martha. If they're gunmen, we have to defend ourselves.
If the ones who stole the money are gunmen, what are we?
Mel.
But this could have come from the box. Sure looks like Harv heaved that chest in here, but somebody beat us to it.
Well, it couldn't have been the sheriff or Harper. They were in town. I wonder...
You thinking the same thing I am?
Maybe. Hide the horses in the brush. Stick around close. I'm going to give them a little visit.
This way, Mort.
This is the trail, Mort. I chased Dolman right through here. Of course, I don't know if he dumped a strong box around here. I never got close to him long enough.
Well, there's no use in both of us covering the same ground. Why don't I ride back toward Cave Creek Canyon? You go on ahead to where you caught up with him.
That suits me. If I don't find anything, I'll double back and meet you on the trail.
You ought to have the doc take a look at that.
I didn't have the time then, and I don't have it now.
It's your arm. Good luck. Don't forget, I want a ringside seat for when Potter has to eat that $30,000.
I'm sure you folks can understand why the Overland Company is so concerned about this. After all, $30,000 is a lot of money.
Well, my wife and I will give you no argument on that, but I'm afraid we can't help you with your investigation. We just plain don't know anything about it.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that. We figured because it happened down the road just a piece that you might have heard the shots. What about you, ma'am?
Oh, well,
To tell the truth, we don't pay too much attention to gunshots. There's always somebody hunting around this area. Lots of deer this time of year. They come down from the high country when the snow starts.
I see. But I was asking you, ma'am.
Oh, well, as I...
Look here now. You may be an investigator for the stage line, but you got no right to insult us with your questions. Now, my wife and I know nothing about this, and that's all we've got to say.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Halloran. No offense intended. It's just in cases like this where we have to be pretty thorough. I didn't mean to upset you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And goodbye. Now, right there. Get that blanket off your lap. Slow. All right, on the sofa. Now, I don't know what you two are trying to pull, but whatever it is, you're not good at it.
Now, you leave us alone. We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh? Then how come my partner and me found pieces of that strong box out by the rocks? And a woman's footprints all around? Look at her shoes. Now let's get down to business. Don't give me any of that see nothing, hear nothing talk, Halloran. You wouldn't have had that 6-gun tucked away, and the two of you wouldn't be so jumpy if you didn't know something. Let's have it!
Ryder coming. It's Harper.
Jeff!
Sheriff with him?
I didn't see him, but that don't mean he ain't. I'll go up back. Make sure.
I gotta be sure that lawman's not hanging around. Now, you get rid of Harper quick, mister.
What have you seen your tracks?
You just tell him that a couple of men stopped by about an hour ago, watered their horses, and headed for the main road. And, ma'am, if he's a friend of yours, you better send him back in fast. Otherwise, I'll put a bullet in his back. And I wouldn't talk about having that money either, because you're in this just as deep as I am. Besides, it wouldn't be healthy.
Oh, boy. How did we ever get into this? Oh, we've got to tell Jeff.
No! You heard him. They'll kill him. And us.
And after he's gone, what do you think he'll do us?
I have my rifle. I can stop anybody that comes through that door. Look, nobody's going to blame us for killing gunmen. That way we know the money will never be found.
What about Jess? You can't still be thinking of the money.
That outlaw said it, Martha. We're in this too deep. Now, you get a hold of yourself. Put my rifle down here where I can reach it. Now mind the gun. You let him in, and you get a hold of yourself.
Hello, Martha.
Jess, did you come in?
No sign of the sheriff at all. You sure those two have the money?
Well, if they don't, they're not human. The way I figured, she found the money and he wants to keep it. If I'd have known Harper was alone, I'd have dropped him from the house.
Well, let's go in and get it now. That sheriff could still show up, you know.
No sense in asking for trouble. Let's see if they can't handle him for us. Then getting the money will come easy.
You look about half worn out, Jess. You must have been riding most of the day.
Feel like I've been riding for more than a month, Roy.
I'll get some coffee.
On the trail of a missing strongbox. Stolen off a stage this morning.
That's mighty sorry news. Did you find anything?
No, just some tracks. I followed them right to the house.
No. Oh, that's it, Martha. Those two fellas that came by about an hour ago.
I suppose you're right. They did seem a little strange.
Well, were they carrying a box or some saddlebags?
No,
Well, come to think, I didn't get a very good look at their mounts or them. They just want some water for their horses. Didn't come inside or even very close to the house. You notice, Martha?
No, I couldn't see very much through the window.
An hour ago. It looks like I got some more riding to do.
Have some coffee, Jess.
Oh, Martha, I've got...
Jess, you're hurt.
I got it this morning. I haven't had time to tend it.
Oh, let me see.
I gotta get on the trail, Martha. They took the main road. They're riding fast.
Now, hold still. Oh, that doesn't look good at all.
He says he hasn't got time, Martha.
Jess, what are you trying to do to yourself? This ought to be clean. Probably cauterized.
Is it that bad?
You want to risk losing your arm?
Tell you the truth, it has been bothering me some.
Honey, you heard him say he has to go after those two. Now leave a man to his work.
Well, maybe she's right, Roy. I got a lot of writing to do. I don't want this to slow me down. How long will it take?
No time at all. I could be cleaning it while Roy he's heating a knife. We'll have to build up the fire. Go get one in the kitchen. I'll find some bandaging.
Now, don't worry about it, Roy. She's probably right.
I sure hope so.
Done, Jess. Daisy'd never forgive me if I didn't tend to you. After all you and Slim have done for us, if it hadn't been for the two of you and Daisy this past year, I don't think we would have made it.
I don't like it, Briney. He's been in there too long.
You've seen Harper use a gun. You want to go in? Go on in.
You mean Potter came right out and accused you of taking that money?
He sure did. That's why I got to get it back. I don't think he can make those charges stick, but he can sure make it rough for Slim and me in the stage line.
Nobody believed that of you. That's plain foolish.
Sure to you and me it is. You'd be surprised what people believe about that much money.
Wish we could help you more, Jess, but we just can't.
You've both done plenty. Fixing us up for me like you did. I couldn't rightly ask you for anything else.
It's finished.
Thank you, Martha. Feels better already?
If I could get out of this indoor buggy, I'd sure ride with you.
I know you would, Roy. One day soon you'll be able to. Well, I'll be seeing you.
Jess? Do you have to go? It won't do your arm any good to keep on riding all day.
Got no choice, Martha. My horse is cooled off. I'll give him a drink and be on my way. Roy, if you can think of anything else about those two men, we could sure use it. We got a long hunt ahead of us.
If we think of anything, we'll let you know right away.
Thanks again.
Jess!
Yeah, Roy?
Good luck.
Sure.
It had to be done, for his sake as well as ours.
I feel dirty, Roy. Filthy dirty.
Don't be a fool.
We should have told him.
It's too late.
Roy, you heard him. They're accusing him of taking the money. Roy, we're hurting the people who've helped us the most.
He's young. He and Slim will make out all right, but this is our last chance.
No, not if we have to do it this way. He's not leaving, Roy. And I'm gonna tell him before they shoot him down.
You get shot yourself. Now come to your senses.
You come to your senses, Roy. They'll kill him. You heard him say that. Now let me go.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's not true. You're the one that's wrong. Your legs are crippled, Roy, not your heart. Now don't do this to it. Men, they're still here. They're waiting to kill you, Jess. You gotta get ready for them.
In the barn, Martha.
She's telling him about us.
I'll circle around, see if I can get to that window.
Go ahead, I'll cover you.
I couldn't let you leave without telling you the truth. truth. I was afraid of what those men would do to you.
I wasn't leaving, Martha. I knew something was wrong. I was just hoping you'd tell me before I had to do something about it.
You knew?
I saw what was left of that strong box in the fireplace.
Jess, I'm so ashamed. It was as much my fault as Roy's. It's just we'd never seen so much money.
Don't worry about it now. You told me the truth. That's all that counts. That and somehow getting out of this mess. One of them's headed around the back. I want you to stay clear of that window. Get on your feet, Ronnie. This time I got the witnesses.
Fine witnesses they are. They got the money and you know it.
Yeah, I know they did. But the way I figure it, they're keeping it for a friend. Get going.
Do be careful. It doesn't matter, Daisy. I'm so happy about moving into town, I wouldn't care if everything broke.
I've never seen you work so hard. What's wrong with you?
Mrs. Halloran said that when we were finished, I could have some fudge, so I'm not wasting any time.
Well, get going. I'll be right behind you.
Roy and I'll never be able to thank you. All of you.
Don't start that again, Martha. After the way you took care of Jess and helped him get that money back, it's the least we could do.
You don't know everything that happened that day.
You better listen to her, Martha. There's one thing I learned about women, and that's not to argue with them. Especially the one that rules the roost with us.
Rules the roost? I'm going to hold you to that, Jess Harper. Don't you think I won't? Now show me where this goes. I might just take it home.
Well, that's all there is to it, Roy. Just keep your record straight and you'll be a better station agent than Potter ever hoped to be.
I don't know if I can run things as close to the vest as he did.
Don't worry about that. I found out that the head office would rather spend money than take needless chances. That's why they fired him.
So just don't give us any trouble here. Come on, Slim, give me a hand, will you?